Hello everyone, I'm going to continue the series of Daf Yomi. Check out what I've got right behind me, symbolising one of the banks here in Israel. I'm actually filming this, friends, here in the mall in Petach Tikva. We are Masechet Zevachim, page number 100, here on Hanukkah. We're in the Jewish festival of Hanukkah over here, and just going for a short treat. Check out all the donuts over here, and so on and so forth. Here inside the mall. Friends, what's going on over here? We're talking about gathering bones during the second Bet HaMikdash time period. That's a topic that we're talking on about today here inside the page of the Gemara. Now, in the context of discussing, let's say, priests, Kohanim, who were not permitted at that stage in time to partake in the Bet HaMikdash service that there was, which we've learned about before. There was a variety of reasons, let's just say, why they weren't specifically allowed to take place over there. And it's enumerated, actually, we saw in the Mishnah on page 98b. If we cast our minds back, now the Gemara is going to grapple with the laws of something called an onen. What is that? It's a mourner on the day, God forbid, of the death of a close relative, and the mourning practices generally. So obviously we don't want to learn about these topics, and we don't want it to be in theory where everyone's going to live till 120, and Be'ez Hashem, we're all going to be reunited when Moshiach comes. But the Mishnah on today's page quotes a Braita that teaches that the day of, let's say, a person is first informed, God forbid, of the death of a close relative, it will be considered like the day of burial with regard to the laws of the Shiva, of the 7 days of mourning, respectively. That's something that we learn about within regards to that. So the Shloshim, we know there's a Shiva is 7 days, there's a Shloshim, which is obviously going to entail 30 days afterwards, after the burial, when the, let's say, the severe mourning area is finished. But the mourner still refrains from cutting his hair, and so on and so forth. With regards to the laws of Korban Pesach, however, it is only considered to be at that stage in time like the day of Likut Atzmaut, the day that the bones of, God forbid, a dead ancestor are collected, which would allow him to eat the Pesach sacrifice. And we see that in page, I think, 92 of Masechet Pesachim. But just to conclude, a Melokit Atzmaut is someone who collects at that point in time the bones of his relatives for final burial during the second Bet HaMikdash period, and for hundreds of years after that there was a unique tradition with regards to burial. People were buried in the grounding plots that were designated as a temporary resting place. Now, I think it was after a number of years after that situation, when the flesh had decomposed and only the bones remained, they would be gathered and placed in an usuri, a stone, let's say, box, which would be interred in the family burial cave. Although the gathering of the bones take place well after the passing of the deceased, the day of which it took place was considered a day of mourning, and the Gemara is going to point out more in regards to that. And I recommend everyone to look into the Daf Yomi. And over here, they're right behind me, those two friends are. A great day to everyone.